Hi, Pete Warden here from Next Level Wealth. Today I'm going to talk about, from very sunny Sydney, I'm going to talk about the technological revolution and the way in which this has been different from the revolutions that have gone before, such as the agricultural or the industrial revolutions. Now the explosion in technology has seen tech become the largest sector of the S&P 500 at more than 20%. And that's been driven by these mega cap FANG stocks, so Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix and Google, and their ability to drive record revenues and cash flows. Now, recent work by Geoffrey West called Scale talked about how cities, for example, like the one that I'm standing in, have an ability to scale above one. So that means because of their ability to grow with economies of scale, they can grow greater wages and greater innovation, and provided they do so sustainably, they can have a near infinite lifespan. Now, companies or businesses, on the other hand, traditionally have an ability to scale below one, meaning that eventually they suffer a death, so they have a lifespan. So whether it's through bankruptcy or mergers or takeovers, eventually they die. Now, where the FANG stocks have been different has been their ability to generate massive scalability, but through using less labour or far fewer employees than the traditional sectors of the economy ever could. And that's driven enormous disruption to those traditional sectors. Now, I think there are three implications to think about here. Firstly, a record concentration of wealth, which isn't necessarily seen to be a good thing. Secondly, and related to that, a shift to populism and a potential legislative overhaul, which could be a risk to the valuation of those mega cap tech stocks. And don't forget that the massive leverage and scalability they've enjoyed on the way up through that period of economic expansion could also go into reverse if we go into a slowdown or a recession. And the third implication to think about is some commercial real estate trends. So take Sydney, for example, where I'm standing today. Amazon now has some 40,000 square metres of space in this city. Headquarters going in at 2 Market Street, just across the water there, near Darling Harbour. Apple, the world's first $1 trillion market cap company, installed at George Street. Tesla just across at Martin Place. And bigger than all of these, Google, taking some 50,000 square metres of commercial space right here in Pyrmont, effectively turning this suburb into a playground for Google employees. Enormous shifts, and we've already seen Commonwealth Bank saying it will bring 10,000 of its employees from Parramatta to the inner city at the technology park, and just over here Barangaroo, Westpac have gone in. So these are huge shifts. So those are three implications to think about. A record concentration of wealth. Secondly, a shift to populism and a possible legislative kickback. And thirdly, some enormous changes in real estate trends. And if you want an example of how this can change the way real estate operates, take a look at Palo Alto in Silicon Valley, where you might need $5 million just to buy a house these days. If you're interested in some more, check out my website below. Cheers.